Hey, hi, hello. Ohayo gozaimasu. Konnichiwa, konbanwa. Guten Morgen, guten Tag, guten Abend, guten Nacht, bonjour, bonsoir. Buenos dias, buenos noches, buenos tardes. Ahoy, akosamash, alo, hola, shalom, mahalo, annyeong haseyo, mokarimaka, what it do? How you doing? Good morning. Early morning streaming. There's a lie going on, and you probably have noticed the lie, but we'll circle back to the lie. How are you doing? I hope you had a good weekend. If you did have a weekend, not everyone has a weekend this time. It's a Monday for me, but it doesn't mean doesn't mean that you had the last couple days off. If you did, I hope they were good for you. And if you're going to the next couple days off, then, I hope these next couple days off are good for you. I hope you get some time off in general. I hope you're not working 7 days a week. That's a little much. Didn't. Good morning, the real Monty Python. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for coming by again. Real Monty Python here on a tear with visiting. Good morning, though, indeed. And now we're gonna wonder why my chat window is not refreshing. Why would that be? Because I heard it and I saw it. If we pull this back up. Streamer bot, are you not working now? Is that the problem? Nope, it's working now. Great. The Monty Python, thank you for the technology test. That worked out good. But yes, hopefully you had a good weekend. My weekend was pretty good. Relatively low key. I did a couple things. Wasn't a massive set of circumstances, right? Nothing overly crazy. Let's think. What did we do? Anytime says the real Monty Python. Well, we went to the theater. We don't call it the theater, but we actually went to the movie theater. Saw Serenity, the Firefly film for the sci-fi show from 20 years ago. In our area, they keep showing it over and over and over again for like charity. They've been doing it. I don't know. I don't know the time frame. It's been like 15 or 16 years in a row. Every year they show it. For charity, so we went there, and they have like little games and stuff. They try to make it neat, and it's a pretty, it's a smaller theater, but there's people there, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of good reasons to be there, right? So that's enjoyable. And then, outside of that, we just mostly did a handful of chores and just took care of stuff that needed to be taken care of. But I had that whole week off. So that was my time to be either productive or unproductive, and that time is now over, and now we're going back to the grind, as the case may be. But what isn't a grind is the video games. So for the last couple of days, we've been playing Natsu-Mon, and I keep referencing like how different the game is relative to the ones that are not necessarily directly in the series, but kind of the spiritual successors to them, with it being Boku no Natsu Yasumi, which literally translates into Boku's summer vacation, with Boku being a common first-person pronoun, like, I, for a young boy. But they actually do... now it's back to aiming to misbehave, the real Monty Python with the Firefly reference, yes. Misbehaving at work. With Boku also being the character's name, right? So double entendre. So you could say it's my summer vacation, right? So somebody called me, like, oh, Boku's not. Boku means I. No, it does mean I, but the character's name also is Boku, right? So arguably the character's name is I. But yeah, you kind of see some of the similar trappings. We got a map. We got stuff. And we got a little kid, shirtless in this case. But there is no... So start off this, there's no joystick movement. The D-pad is a PlayStation game. I think it's PS2 game. PS1, PS2. The D-pad rotates him, and then you have to press a button to run, right? So I'm transposing PlayStation controls into my head. So what, the X button is the bump, so it's the X button to run, right? Right. So now they're gonna give me a fishing rod. But you can kind of see there's no camera control. It's a pre-drawn background, right? There's no jump. There's no jumping. There's no Oh, so we get to the stairs. We have to press triangle to go up the stairs. It's not a bad game, but just functionally, it's press triangle to observe the economy house. This is how it is. So like to be able to run and jump and grab and like climb on stuff and all that. That is a complete departure from these environments before, right? Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it feels a little bit more like a video game now. So I just wanted to kind of do that real quick, load up one of these saves, so I have it as part of the stream. If anyone like watches the replay, what the hell does he? What is he going on about? What does he keep going on about? This is what he keeps going on about. I guess we got a cat here. I guess it's a cat. There's no way to change the camera, so I assume it's a cat. But it was important to me to kind of to do that, right? Hopefully, hopefully you get why. But they are. It's conceptually, it's a neat series. Like I said, the older ones, I think, are supposed to take place in the 70s, and this one takes place in 1999. So you know they moved the date for us. And we'll have to resize the screen because OBS, and I refuse to do this stuff in advance. All right. And hey, what do you know? We're back to playing video games. Where we last left off, I don't fully remember. I think we keep saying that we're going to go check out the fireworks dude in the middle of the day. We also... what else? Fireworks dude in the middle of the day. We have enough money to save to save the circus, to save the family circus. We have enough money to put the show on, but we don't know who we have to give the money to. Still have only climbed like one building. All right, so there's about 100 buildings we could go through and climb, or 105. There's still like 5, I think, tall buildings, including the lighthouse that we were supposed to go climb. So yeah, we'll just hop into it. I think for this save, we'll make sure we do morning calisthenics, even though apparently we screwed up and missed a couple days. Talk to Love Chan. We already got our fortune last time, right? So we don't have to get our fortune again. But if we play our cards right, we should end this day. Video game, hi, me, real human day. With it being the 12th in the game. So today is the 12th in real life, so we're going to try to keep those synchronized. I don't know if that's possible. We're going to try. The bacon, egg, and potato salad. As I've mentioned, I love Japanese food, but I don't know. It's American breakfast, right? Bacon and eggs, man. That's the way to my heart. When she brings out like, you want to wear a yukata for the festival? Dansei wo arimasen. There are not for men, for boys. All right. Today is girl's bath day. We already checked out, if memory serves. Right, we already have our fortunes for the day. We did that last night. Should be restored. Solved mysteries, we've already done that. The bus company, we've already done that. So some of these we actually... This Yomogi station at night, that's different. And the lighthouse little dwelling, that's different. So those, we got a couple nighttime things we could definitely get into. But we'll start with our morning calisthenics. And then I'm going to have to sort of drown out the audio because I get copyright striked for... There you go. Can't believe I missed the 7th and 8th. I don't recall doing that. Evidently, I had to have. I got ADHD'd and didn't pay attention. I'm also not going to roll back the save. We're just going to deal with it. But even I know that you want to try to get through all of those. Ideally, daily attendance is key. All right. So let's piece this out together. Okay. So when we last left off, we were trying to climb Tengunuyama, and we just kept coming up a little short. So then we went through and picked up a bunch of additional bus stops, and we're getting these bus stops will be useful because, Hey, fast travel. What's better than that? So with that in mind, I don't think I can tackle the castle yet either. Like I said, the geometry of that makes it so climbing it is weird. I don't fully understand it. Either there's a climbing technique that I don't have yet, or I'm oblivious to something. We couldn't climb the chimneys. We did try to dip into those real quick. I guess we could have another look at the lighthouse to see, are we a little bit better off than we were before? And then Lighthouse Mountain, there also should be some items up there. Ooh, butterfly we don't have. Let's see which one it is. Oriental Hair Streak. That puts us at what? Is that 76? That's 76. Okay. So we're not going to get any more power till we get a lot more bugs, which is to say, what? 100. 24 new fresh bugs need to be acquired. But we got almost double the starting energy already. So I don't know if that's pretty good. Like, we're not that far into the game calendar-wise, right? We're about halfway through the month. I don't know how far the energy bar needs to be to climb some of these higher buildings. But, we're going to keep on keeping on. Dude, everyone just fucking hustles in this town. There's no gold brickers in Tonari Town. It's in Tonari. Which one? We'll say Tonari Town. The fireworks dude, right? We can't talk to him first thing in the morning. He says like you have to talk to him in the afternoon, and I don't know what the game defines as the afternoon. So I think we'll treat that literally. Like, we'll swing back sometime past noon. So I'll pretend like these things are all consistent and connected. I didn't do an audio check, did I? It looks like it's good. Okay. Checking the meters and make sure that we can hear the game and I'm properly drowning it out. But I'll pretend like my idea to go towards the lighthouse is directly related to the proximity to fireworks dude. That's something we have been just keep missing. So climb the rocks, climb all rocks. All rocks get climbed. Paths are for suckers, but then that's also probably where like the bus stops are that can make my life easier, right? Because I just off-road everything. All right, so let's see which way does this road break. Alright, so if there's a better way to get up to the lighthouse other than this move, I don't know what it is. We'll talk to this dude real quick, see if anything's different. I assume it isn't. He's like, I wonder if there's a better way. We need to get an ATV. I was actually thinking that. I long for, like, the Pokemon days. You bust out that bicycle and all of a sudden, life is good again. So yeah, I mean, that would be great. So the rocks have crumbled, so there's definitely a gap, right? There's definitely a gap there. So I'm wondering if we shouldn't first climb to the top of this tree, right? Because we should have enough energy to get to the top of the tree. So look at how much, look at how much, we got like a good quarter of the way there, right? We gained something here. So if we start from here and then climb straight up, I think that's where the gap is? Will it let us, though? That energy is draining so fucking fast. No, we are nowhere near ready. God damn. He wonders if there's another way up there. So you can go up inside, but there's no way to get outside from the inside because he fenced it off because he was worried about people falling. That's the canon of what happened to this here. How much do I lose by jumping over here? So we got what? Nothing. We don't lose anything. And there's no way to rest on these. What's with these protruding stones? Like I almost feel like we should be able to, like, you know, cop a rest on them or something. Doesn't seem like there's any additional... There's no way to stop on them. Yeah, I mean... Based on current numbers, like, we need 3 energy bars to climb up here. So, the lighthouse... Oh, there you go. There's nowhere to stop. Or again, do we learn a climbing technique or something? I don't know. And we have our cape to fly a la Breath of the Wild protagonist Zelda to like fly places, but there's nothing higher than this. And that gap and over here is the only place you can really get up through. Alright, so time check. Where are we at on time? 10. Alright, let's head towards Firework Guy here and let's sort of fly on down. Is that a cave entrance? What is that? Straight ahead. What is that? Is that geometry that didn't just get drawn in yet? Or is that... We go inside of this cave. It looks like we can go inside of this cave. And we heard the girl with the little dead demon girl. Where's she at? She's in here somewhere. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about that every night and day. Okay, so what is she? Got this Tamari ball, huh? For all the talk I just said about like how great it is to be able to aim the camera, not in that circumstance. They're making it nice and difficult. What do you guys want me to do here? Jamming on A, pressing A from all angles. There was, when it's coming up, and initially it looked like it like kind of prompted it a little bit. Can we change our camera out? Yeah, we can, can't we? Crouch? Do you want me to crouch? I can crouch. Is that good enough? I have to examine this spot, I think is what I got to do, but like I'm right on top of it. Descend is the option. Alright, so maybe acorn shooter? Like, what am I missing here? Okay. Acorn shooting is what the case is. We still gotta do that a ton to get more energy from her. That's the 17th of the 20. So got 3 more to go. Cutting through this way. Just a little mountain pass. And then, ooh, butterflies we don't recognize. Is that a bee? That's a bee. Is that a wasp? What is that? Japanese honeybee. Keep his ass. There was the dude who had the apiary. I wonder if we could take it to him. That was in what, Tonari Town? The one dude had, yeah. One dude was collecting beehives in Tonari Town. So like, if we get extra bees, I'd love to get into like a honey thing with this game, man. That sounds great. In real life, I am allergic to bees. So, at least I was the last time I got stung. But I do enjoy honey. So, like, I got an odd relationship with the bee folk. With the Hymenoptera, right? Meet me and them. I wish them well. Just don't sting me, bro. Remember that? Remember don't tase me, bro? Remember that? Yeah, that shit ain't funny. But no, don't sting me, bro. I guess the bonus energy is good for the gliding. Part of it feels like fucking Super Mario World. Like, I want to be able to pull back on the stick and, like, you know, like, that whole Mario flare-up thing where you got real good at that. You could just sort of, like, not play the game. Just fly past entire levels. At the end of the day, I think that is all video game strategy, optimal video game strategies. You get so good at it, you're no longer playing the game, right? It's just something else. So, is he inside this time of day? Because he's been outside before. Feels slightly rude just kicking down this dude's door, but presumably that's where he is. Nope. This is inaccessible. Oh, Call for a Peony, Windy Chrysanthemum, Niagara Space Mission, Call for Peony. Oh, we can actually... New creation. Oh! Wow. Wabi Sabi. Few and many. Just fucking flood the sky with them. Right, is that something we needed to do? I've never seen that at any point in time. But I remember us coming up with, like, hey, I got a new creation. ABC, another bad creation. Jingas, a tortoise beetle. And then we're going to have Belle Biv DeVoe come out and help us shoot off fireworks, which is going to be super exciting. That girl is, in fact, poisoned. They were talking about Ryoko. Alright. Okay, so is that all we had to do for Firework Guy? Maybe it wasn't necessary to actually see him. We could just run over here and stop by this dude's professional fireworks show as a 10-year-old boy, and then with a pen, just write down, new creation! Sabi! And, like, he's like, that sounds dope. I'm gonna make that. Because any 10-year-old boy, it's going to be, what do you want from your fireworks display? It's going to be dump all of the fireworks all at once, immediately, 3 inches off of the ground. Like, it's going to be the most dangerous possible... there's going to be no aesthetics to it. Certainly not even a semblance of safety. Right? It's just going to be just Tsar Bomba here now. That's what we want. Alright, we got a Dan-Aid egg fly. So what was this big ass flag for? I know Yosuke had a flag on the beach somewhere. I'm guessing he buried something there, or I don't know. Chinese bush brown. Bush brown? Chinese bush brown. The brown is bush. Bushy brown. All right. Like so many of the games, like especially like when I played through Animal Well, I already recognize it where it's just like this. Oh, we're obtaining all this stuff left and right. It's so fun. Here's something new. It's the that paradox, right? That the longer you play, the harder and harder it is to get those collectibles. We'll call them the butterflies, right? Until that last one is just an absolute nightmare of trying to figure out, okay, where is it? How do I get it? Like, there's gonna be, I know it, where it's gonna be something like the modeled Katie did, where I'm just gonna be, where the fuck is the modeled Katie? Why can't I find this? And it being like extra frustrated at it. So, I'm not looking forward to that, but I know it's coming, and that's fine. Is there maybe like a shoreside cave here? Again, here, got those textures, right? That's two overlapping normals is probably what's causing that. You got two faces that are like right on top of each other. That's probably what that is. Or it's a problem through UVW coordinates. Like one of the normals is facing inside and it doesn't know how Doesn't know how to resolve it. And we know for fishing, like the deep sea fish, like we can't go down and catch them barehanded as much as we might like to try. It won't be happening. Sort of little alcove, incove here. Oh, just gonna miss that by a mile. No problem. No problemo. There is a little delay on the spreading of the cape that I could do without. Just like a tiny one. Just like... It's the second button press when you want it to be the first, right? We're tapping that button. Like, all right, I'm ready to start gliding. It's like, what? Huh? It's just like the cape is constantly... That's how my wife probably feels with me. It's just always like, huh? Gets you on the second time. Wait, what? Oh, huh? What were you saying? Cape. Oh, you want to deploy the cape. Oh, you don't want to be falling to your death anymore. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that. Right? It's always like that. Alright. So, we don't have the energy necessary to deal with this area. I guess there's probably like an overland way to get here, right? Like, this is not the only way to get to this little spot. So, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Definitely some shit over here, though, ain't there? Just a bottle. We should be able to get up here. Let him charge his meter real quick. Boom. Yeah, definitely the thing I'm doing where I'm like jumping up is wrong. Right? Like that is draining way too much energy. And I need to break that habit right now. Alright. It's like an impatience. And I should not be doing it. Unless I know for certain I can get up it, right? Which I don't know that I can get up this face. It's weird, right? Because I feel like I want twice as high on this as this on the lighthouse, but maybe not. Maybe it kind of throws you off. Yeah, it's hard to gauge. That's what I'm getting at. You get the scale of the rock versus the lighthouse, you know, like, oh, well, I know lighthouses in real life. Those things are fucking tall. And look how high I got this lighthouse. Right? Versus the rock. Well, what the hell's a rock? Ooh. Fresh bugs. Ooh, but jewel beetle. Making good bug progress. I like it. Like what I'm seeing as far as bug goes, people. Should be some treasure to dig up. I'm surprised I haven't seen any yet. That's part of what I came over here for, was treasure spots. But maybe I'm not looking as closely as I perhaps should. Oh, here's one. Mystery object. There's like a series of bounce pads probably up here. The acorn conundrum that we're now in as well. So we use acorn for our acorn shooters, right? Which we're gonna need to like accomplish certain missions. Like one of which is when you do the I can't remember her name. I should learn her name, but the demon girl puzzles, right? I keep saying it, but I never remember. Zashiki Warashi, right? The Zashiki Warashi. The Zakiki Warashi. Some of those require acorns because you got to shoot them, right? You got to pop these, like that Tamari that we just popped. Or the balloon game that she occasionally does. Then, we also found out that, oh yeah, by the way, the pigs you can capture, you got to capture them by shooting them with your acorn as well. So, okay, so we want to hold on to those. But in both cases, if we're shooting them, we can sometimes recover them. But sometimes they have them shoot you off like a cliff or something like that, in which case you can't get them back. You shoot them in the ocean. And then finally, we're also using those for to feed the pigs, right? So we gotta feed the pigs those so that they'll grow. So the acorn puzzle that this is turning into. So we get these little launch pads like, hey, it costs you an acorn. I'm like, well, what am I getting out of it? So I'm putting them in there, but like sometimes I'm like, all right, well, I could have just walked up there. Like you didn't, acting like you did me a fucking favor, right? Great, Purple Emperor. Yo, it's a bug day. So fuck everything you heard. We going bugging today. So I guess these mystery objects also respawn. So we've 100% been up here. 1,000% have we been up here. And I don't think I would have just ignored all of those and be like, la 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 la, right? Like those weren't there before. So I guess much like the roof coins and random bottles, this shit just sort of respawns. Which is great, right? So you get really into doing it and you desperately want a lot of earthworms. I don't know why, but, you know, some of the fishing I guess you're going to need the earthworms for. Nope, don't do the leap up. You don't know that you have enough energy. I feel like I should be able to walk up here, so like if we make it this high, right? We should be able to stand here, right? Let's find out. Kind of. There you go. Want to jump, want to speed up the climb. Wait till I know I can make it. Alright. Did we get all the way to the top of these points? Again, not that I think it's going to be overly special up here. Because it doesn't seem like the game does that. Like, you're not going to get up here and it's like, now you got the sword of power. Right? You're not, there's no reason to give you anything overly ambitious. It's just, it seems like it's mostly the same, right? At most there might be... Alright, I forgot it. Sashiki Warashi puzzle, right? I guess there's also a small chance it might be like, and here's like one particular, this butterfly, this legendary bug, spawns only up here and nowhere else. Alright, so apparently climbing it was not meant to be. Let's try it again from this angle. But yeah, those little cross lines, see that right there that I'm walking over? Whoever did the modeling on this geometry, they have two faces. It's either one of a couple things. Like one, either they have two faces that are on top of each other. Like you have the vertexes, you have the actual face. There's two overlapping faces, and it doesn't know which one displays, so it displays both. That's probably what that is. Alternatively, you can get the UVW coordinates, which are the texture mapping coordinates. You can have those messed up. I guess you could get something like that. And I guess depending on the engine, usually if the normal is facing the wrong way, so for a polygon you pick which side is the outside and that's the side you see. I guess it was like, if it was flipped, then maybe somehow you can get that, but I'm guessing that's either the UVW coordinates are screwed up or they have two overlapping faces. Which is not the end of the world, but like, for an open world game, how are you supposed to get all that shit? I don't actually expect you to. But I want to fix them myself. I want to go through and fix it. Mystery objects. Do a real quick time check here. The answer is 3. All right, go for 3. Let's try to get to the museum. Because the museum is all the way over here. I thought we could maybe fast travel right to the bus stop. That was foolish to think that would work. Town museum. See what we got, if anything. Got a couple hours before dinner time. Honk honk. Alright, dude. Analyze. This dude's a dick. With his densetsu no ippai desu. The Nostradamus reference from 1999, classy. Nostradamus is he was a fortune teller, a prognosticator, and people had always gone about like how accurate his prophecies were. I think he had a big one about the world ending July 1999. Now you could argue like maybe it did. That's why everything's so weird. It's because the world did end. And we're just all now just living in an AI environment. Watch him be a dick. Here we go.
これはあの伝説の一品です。なんと美しいひどいガラクタでしょう。
He's gonna do that every time.
これはあの伝説の一品です。なんと美しい。なんとな。
Densetsu no ippin desu.
なんと美しい素晴らしいガラクタでしょう。
We're getting a variety of junk. The thing is, like, we can sell it for money, but we're kind of at a point now where like,
これはあの伝説の一品です。な。
it doesn't seem like there's anything we can actually get with the money. We could probably buy out the shop to see if that matters. Right? Because it seems like there's a limited supply on some of these things.
なん
It's all just junk. We don't. Not one of these is gonna be a fossil.
なんと
Nope. All junk.
さすがに
Great. No.
これ
Well, I mean, I've seen. It's the same. First off, everything in your museum I've found, so you're welcome. Secondly, it's respectfully nothing I haven't already seen before, guys. It's the same shit, right? There's nothing new. I don't think we spent any time going up here. There's definitely a house up there. So for the next couple hours, maybe we'll cross the stream and head up into this area. Maybe find a stop, bus stop or two. Right? Am I heading in the right direction? I'm heading in the wrong direction. I'm heading in this direction. That's the direction, right? That's the direction. All right. So let's head this way. I don't think we've been here yet. We have a couple hours before dinner. We can try to get our explore mode on. Capture a bug. Cream spotted ladybug. Big bug day. No matter what happens, we took out a lot of bugs today. I'm doing my part for mankind. Would you like to know more? Dun, 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 dun. Paperweight! Thank you for stopping by. Good morning, Paperweight. Hope's Fate, thank you for stopping by as well. How was the daily? Tell me about your dailies. Leave nothing out about your dailies. Incorporate all of the dailies. Hope's Fate, thank you for stopping by as well. Rough daily. I'll try to churn it out. Although like the last couple dailies I've done, they've been over in like 90 seconds. Really tough first floor. Well, that bodes well for me. He died twice. How do you... Wait. So did you play as Lazarus? How do you die on the daily? Like, I thought you get one shot at the daily. Am I crazy? One and done on the dailies, right? Like, after you do the daily, then that's it. Or am I misunderstanding the... So this is the Binding of Isaac. We got a little cross game going on here. Black veined white. I thought the Binding of Isaac daily challenges, you only got one shot to do them. You can do a practice run after your first try. Oh. As many as you want. Okay. I'm gonna murk this pig. Did I hit the butterfly? I hit the butterfly instead. You can shoot butterflies out of the sky? That seems aggressive. The score doesn't count. Okay. Grab this pig. So I'll definitely try mine today at some point. But you know, I'm still very much not good. So it probably if you died, I'm definitely gonna die. Like there's approaching. It's not a 0 chance I'll clear it, but it's getting there. Let's go get this. Oh, is that a new one? Is that a freshie or no? That's just you're just drawing it to my attention. I feel like that was a freshie. Where'd he go? Is that a brand new bug? And I just scared him off. Paper was awesome. Paper is always awesome in my book. Dude, Paperweight is great. I can't say enough about him. Well, I can say good. Ooh, keep. I can say enough good things. Let's get all these bees because there's that dude that has that the apiary. And then maybe we can make honey. Is that a possibility? Am I asking him? It's Judas hard mode, headless horseman first boss. Good luck if you do. I'll try it, but I make no mistakes about it. I don't think I'm gonna do anything. European peacock. Whatever this one is. I do want to go get this bus stop though. Blackmead Meadow Katydid. Dude, we are fucking bug cooking here. Just left and right. World speed record for bug acquisition. Rocky Forest. Weird to get you help it to your CV as well. Yes. One of the more British things I've heard you hear in a while is referencing the CV. My curriculum vitae. I started to fill one of those out once, and then I got because it's stateside. We just basically do resumes. It's typically much shorter. Ideally, it's like a page, right? And then, especially as you get to be old like me, then you run into these weird dilemmas of like, well, I got work experience. It's no longer like one page. Like it's like 2 pages, right? And so you can go online and like, what's a good resume? What's a good resume length? And they're like 1 page, well, unless you have but 2, but just only have like the last 10 years of work. It just gets really weird. So I like the idea of like a CV where it's like, here, this is everything. Here you go, enjoy. But then actually the process of doing it, the hell with that. Tooth station? No. My kanji is poor. But that almost looks like the kanji for tooth. And it's not eki, but it's something... It almost looks like tooth station to me. I hope Fate's going to stop giving away compliments. You're just unlucky that you have friends who will use those compliments against you. Ah, see, there you go. You got to be careful about who you tell things to. Only your best friends and worst enemies will weaponize the stuff you say back to you, right? Which is fine. Because I feel on a level we have it all coming. Alright. Was there another spot? Did I see like a spot shadow on something? So this one here. Missed it. That one. Get that one. Goshchevsky's Labyrinth. Goshchevsky's Labyrinth. Wow. Alright. Probably another bus stop. Nope. Road sign. Random chickens. What is that? Yomogi Valley? Yomogi Valley is that way. Did you lose a red boot now? Got it. So we're on the hunt for a red boot. For the Zashiki Warashi. Here it is. Found it. Here's your boot. Here's your boot. Glad you like my work. My boot finding. Hope's Fate, how was your weekend, by the way? Hopefully it was good. Did you get into anything interesting? First time I've seen like a ladder around here. Like this is different. What is up with this? Weekend was great. How was yours? It was good. No complaints. We went to, my wife and I went out to dinner and went to a theatrical showing of the Firefly movie Serenity. Sci-fi series that's like 20 years old at this point in time. We go see it every year at this like tiny theater. It's like a 120-year-old theater, which is old for, that's old by North American standards. Like, what do you want from us? How old should our movie theaters be? But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I am a leaf on the wind. I can't handle it right now. Every time I watch that, I'm like, this time this is not what's going to happen to Alan Tudyk. And every time, and then you have to deal with the Zoe moment. It's just all so much. It's just all so much. Yeah, please. Like, come on. Why, Shepherd Book was rough, right? But you could kind of get it, and even from like a character perspective, it's like, well, Shepherd Book, he's a religious man. He probably, he's okay checking out, right? Like, it's one of those things. But no, not anyone but Wash. And then they have to, but there's a certain element of we're just gonna we're just gonna carry on, right? Like none of this happened. But it's not the first time those characters have done that, right? Serenity Valley or the Battle of Serenity, that's what they did. Is they just lost everyone important, and you just, all right, next mission. It's like, fuck. But Kaylee at least got got where she wanted to be. Get this beetle. Get this. All right, we're gonna pop him with our fucking shooter. Get the beetle. Hercules, yeah, love their character as well. It's a great TV series. It's one of these ones where you could argue it canceled it too early, and I'm not gonna hyper disagree with that. But at the same time, it was nice to not see it. I don't know how to phrase it. What's a not cruel way of phrasing it? It was nice to not see it rot, right? Not that there's a lot of examples I have of it, but I completely unrelated show. I really liked Community, right? I was a big fan of Community. I enjoyed Community a lot. I watched it when it aired, and I kind of petered out maybe about season 3, but that's typical for me. I usually like a couple seasons of a TV show, and it's really hard for me to get going on and on, no matter how good it is. It's just, I sort of wear out. But when I did finally get back to watching all of Community, it was kind of like they run out of things to do, especially for that show. We're back in school now, and now we're teachers. It's just you run out of shit to do. So part of it is you have that sort of the tail end of it not being as wonderful as everything else. Whereas Firefly, there was kind of no down season, right? There was no season point. They're that's where they quote unquote jumped the shark. Poor Happy Days, forever being the point of reference. Always our Rosetta Stone for when a TV show turns to shit. that's the measuring stick by all TV shows to be measured. So it's kind of nice. It's nice that it was tight, it was complete, and then it was it was done. Pretty stinking great day. But yeah, that's what we did on the weekend. Refilled the bird feeder. More karaage, or these no, those are chicken drumsticks. Yilit Bata. Hold on. Yilti Basto, thank you for the following. You're an officer, you're a gentleman, you're a scholar, you're all great things rolled into one. And I thank you for being you. There's some kind of building by the motorway entrance. That's an interesting animation style. Super Mega Ultra Pokemon E! Good Morgen. Guten Nacht. Guten Abend. Guten Tag. Welcome back. Their animation or my animation? Guten Tag. Thank you. Freilich von Achten. Yes. Bye, Pope State. Thank you for stopping by. Catch you on the flip side. Thank you. It's very so sweet of you. Hope State, have a good day. Or have a good morning. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good Monday. Sci-fi show have technical... They have such a constant main focus, but as the show progresses, relationship characters become the focus and become soapy, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the Expanse, right? Expanse is probably a good example of that working inside out on itself, right? So the Expanse, I feel like, started as a very inter-character, in the broad sense. Starting with like Botaloda man versus Inaloda man, right? Starting with the Belters and the... It's like one of the first things you're introduced to is the concept of these, like, you know, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the first fucking episode of The Expanse, you know, these hyper elongated... These people used to like low to no gravity and how it impacts the human physiology, right? And how, like, it's literally torture for them to be on the ground. But, you know, it goes different places, right? Put the pig in. But I totally hear what you... Put one of your wild pigs. I should be feeding these pigs, but I don't have enough acorns. Maybe... Let's check roofs for acorns. Maybe we've given enough time for the acorns to set up shop. Maybe. Maybe? Maybe. But yeah, Super Mega Ultra Pokemon E. The animation is sort of interesting. I don't know why I think this. So this is a Spike Chunsoft game. This style of... I don't know. I think of it as like children's book, right? I don't know if there's actually an artistic style to it. I am not completely illiterate when it comes to visual styles, but I don't know what the hell this is called, but it's kind of... the watercolory flat shaded look is really interesting to me, particularly on like the characters' faces, like where you get like the little rosy cheeks. It's definitely a cell shaded, you know, as far as technical is concerned. But yeah, a lot of the aesthetically is super interesting to me. Luna Moth. Keep the Luna Moth. And then we got more random rare bug types. Oriental fruit piercing moth. Get the ones you don't have. Argent tuft moth. Get the one you don't have. That's one you don't have. Oh, this Lenthus silk moth. Silk moth. Sorry, I said no-lid moth. Dude, we are fucking bug wild on this, the 11th day of August, 1999. Will forever be known as fucking Bug Pendants Day, man. We were just picking them off left and right. Wait, didn't we already... I must have released the Silk Moth accidentally. I know I've done that before. If you don't press keep, it don't get added. I don't know why you would throw it away. It does give you the size of it. Like, what does that matter? Let's see what the drinking people were into. All the drunks. Hey, dude, I got bees. Does that matter? Toy shop owner and pyrotechnist meet here sometimes. The toy shop sells fireworks. A clever relation. Oh, so the toy shop does sell fireworks. He mentioned that, like firecrackers. I wouldn't like to have a moth ecosystem in my pocket. I would agree. Was it Lepidoptery? Like moths and butterfly. Like Hymenoptery is bees. Hymenopterist is a bee study person dude, and a Lepidopterist is a moth and butterfly type dude. So, but I get that. Nope. And then fact, where... Hold on. Catch a bug. This kid's actually... The way he's been out today, I know Green Drum Builder. I know they're going to say like he has like a little... It's hidden. You don't see it. It's in his prison wallet. Little plastic thing. But like, look at the fucking bugs we've caught today. Like, holy shit. I mean, look at it. From 76 to 96, they would be like, they're like fucking packed in there. They're like stacked on top of each other. There's no way that they're going to get along that well. There's a certain element that someone's going to eat something or something's going to die. Like you get to the point where like we've obtained so many insects that it's now some sort of, theoretically it's an immoral act to put any more into this little container. I'm not going to get into the morality of bug collecting while playing this game. I won't have it. All right, let's see. Hold on. Takes us to what? All right, almost 7 o'clock, so we want to see our fireworks. So let's get some elevation here. Check out our fresh fireworks show. Our newly planned My Celebration one, or whatever we called that. See if that prompts anything. Hopefully be in a minute here. Countdown. I don't know how long a minute is in the game clock to the real clock. It does seem to be fairly quick. But after we see the fireworks, then we'll go check out the, maybe go to Yomogi Station. Because that was one of our fortunes were. Right, so we just have to go down straight here. We got plenty of time to cover that in. But I want to get a good look at it. Just doing your Goku power-up. Let's go, firework dude. Tick, tick, tick. Tick-tock, Clarice. Tick-tock. So someone wants to meet us at Yomogi Station, and someone wants to meet us by the lighthouse? I don't know if we can do both of those in time, but I guess it depends on what exactly the Yomogi Station is. Alright, so the fireworks are not going off at 7, I guess, tonight? Alright, I don't know what's different about that, but supposedly 7, 8, and 9. I'm going to wait all day for it. It was Yomogi Station, though, right? I'm not imagining that. Yomogi Station. Someone is waiting for you. Why not pay them a visit? I think we can cut through here. Memory serves. I think I made it right. I made an inefficient turn. Why is 5 afraid of 7? Boom! I'll let you do it, Super Ultra Mega Pokemon, because I know that's a good English joke. Why is 5 afraid of 7, Super Ultra Mega Pokemon? I guess 7 is a registered sex offender. Even better. That's good. Alright, so who's waiting for me at this station? Is it this dude? Surely not him. 7 is a registered sex offender. We want ideas for hosting exhibits and attracting visitors to the town museum. Alright, is that who? That's it? That's the only person that's waiting for me at this? Because this dude is always here, so we'll talk to him. Night on the Galactic Road. Sure. Trains don't really fly, sadly. Alright. Is this everyone that's down here? So, Alright, so based off of the last time we played on Friday, some of the Is this not Yomogi Station? Surely this is Yomogi Station. Razenbori Colorfori, thank you for the follow. You're an officer, a gentleman. You're a gentleman of scholar. You're all good things rolled in one. I wish nothing but the best for you. So the last time we had the fortune, it seemed like it was just sort of like maybe it wasn't that important, right? Like I remember when we were playing Friday, it wasn't something very important, and maybe this isn't either. Maybe they're not all like big events, right? Maybe some of them are just very simple. Hey, by the way, someone is out here at night, right? What day doesn't end in day? The real Monty Python asks, "What day doesn't end in day?" Welcome to Trivia or Riddle Channel, early morning riddle fuzzle. Thanksgiving doesn't end in day. Christmas doesn't end in day. Well, I guess there's a Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day. You could make those arguments. Juneteenth, I don't think is a day. I think it's just called Juneteenth, but that's actually called Black Independence Day. So you could argue today. I don't know what day does not end in day. The real Monty Python. Tomorrow. Ah, very good. And that's ironic because in the game we're playing, the main character is staying at the house is called. Oh, here's those acorns we're talking about. It's basically Tomorrow House. Ashtiba is the name of the house. So that's the lady's last name, and she implied that her name has the kanji for tomorrow in it. So this all plays together well. Raisinbori Califori. I'm sorry, Fiorel. Thank you for stopping by. What brings you by today? Are you having a good day? Are you a big fan of Natsu-Mon, or are you just sort of coming where everyone is to hang out? Ugh! Will you get that coin? Thank you. Will you get the coin? Thank you. And if I'm right, and the acorns, and if I'm right, and the fortunes aren't as useful as I think they are, that's a bit of a bummer, because I was partially relying on those to help direct my my course of actions, right? Like I was going to use that to be like, oh, that's going to help guide me. Like that's what keeps you on story, or that's what helps you move stuff along. I think that's 2 days in a row where we got kind of hosed by the fortune teller. So now, do I even want to bother getting to her? I don't know exactly what she said it was. The lighthouse dwelling at night. Like, you know, we could try, but I don't know. I probably should turn off my Steam alerts. Every so often we're going to see someone go and play a game. In that case, Kohi Gallery is going to make video games. Kohi Gallery, I don't know who that is personally. I caught wind of him making Xbox Live arcade games a million years ago. Like specifically like Xbox Live indie game, like when that was like when it had like a hell of a label on it. It was like a whole thing. It was the Xbox Live arcade indie games, right? He was making games on there, and they were like very creative, thematically. Usually, it wasn't always like the world's greatest execution, but I don't know. I just always dug his style. I thought like, you know, I liked the way he made games, so I kind of stumbled onto his games on Steam years after the fact, and I recognized him. I recognized the name. And I guess he still makes them. He just like, you know, he just makes games with Pixel Game Maker and periodically like releases them. But the thing that he did that I like the best is called the Houchi Play, Houchi, and it's a weird Mother May I type game where you're playing this. Like you're playing a salaryman at like a hostess bar, and you have to scoot over towards the girl at the end of the booth. But you can only move when she's not looking, she's not paying attention. And he kind of like does like a butt wiggle to get across. And on a certain level, it's almost like Punch Out. Like there's like the girls would have tells of when they're gonna look away, and there were like power ups and stuff, and you could power up and like just scooch over. It was really funny. The whole thing was like really really funny. Like semi sadly, I think that like I was on the Xbox, and like that's still been like the thing he's done that I've liked the most. But he has like a really nice animation style as well. So I just became friends with him, and now I just sort of like periodically like, wonder what he's working on. Rosie Underwing. And that's one of the best things about the internet. Is like you could find someone who's like a creative and just be like, yeah, I don't want to lose track of you. I think you're fun to watch. I don't know how old he is. I don't know what his gig is like, but he's cool in my book. Do I have to shoot this one down? Shoot down the dragonfly? I don't think I can get to it. Tonbo in Japanese. That's a damselfly, excuse me. 99. One more fly and we get a sticker. One more bug and we get our fresh sticker. How exciting will that be? Acorns. And again, we should be feeding the acorns to the pigs. I get it. Taro is showing some progress. Give him some acorns. Give him one. We're going to call him Winona. Her Winona. Give her an acorn. I don't know how many acorns we got to give before we turn him over to the shrine dude. It doesn't look like I don't think we're fattening them up for the slaughter. Right? Like, he's like, I love pigs. They're great. And it's not like there's a lot of pork kicking around here, so I don't think there's anything nefarious going on. 9 p.m. See if we can find one last new bug. Take us to our 100, get our sticker. Wouldn't that be nice? Alright. Get to the top of Trumpet Mountain. No, nothing I can see. We can probably get onto the overpass these days, though, now can't we? Maybe not. We could from up over there, though. I don't think there's any other way for us to get onto that road, is there? Might be something worth exploring. Maybe not right now, but worth exploring in general. Alright, I know last insects. Got to get to bed before 10. Can't get a shower tonight because it's ladies' night in the in the bathtub. No boys allowed. All right, they're actually going to restrict me here. Okay. Alright. Then we'll hop in bed and call that. After we sell our junk, we might have like 600,000, which is, excuse me, 60,000, which is $600. Which is twice what we needed. They said something along the fact of like, we can't have the circus unless we have 30,000 yen. But never really made any mention of what we got to do with it. Right? Like who we got to go to the permit office. Like there's nothing of the sort. Let's see what Love Chan has to say, but I don't know. I think her fortunes are kind of bunk. Let's see what tomorrow's fortune is like.
出ました。明日の運命。うわあ。はい。好きなカード、惑星のカード。それはケプラー。
Toria Island during the day. We've friendly spirit. Okay, we've been on Toria Island.
はい。森林のカード。
Treasure Mountain during the day. Look for a hole, dig for a fossil. I see a moon and beast between the sunflower farm and the mountain behind the town.
はい。雨のカード。
Sunken ship during... Oh, right, the sunken ship. I remember we saw that on the map. Something major flowing through the town. East, near something, east side. Alright, maybe we'll check out the sunken ship. I forgot all about the sunken ship. Alright. Let's hop in our thing here.
夏休み勉強せ。
どうしよっかな。
Oh, yeah. I thought a lot about a fireworks show. I didn't know much. Just put whatever. Yes, accurate. The most accurate description. Caught a Hercules. Okay, so that's another beetle we should actually take to the museum. Good luck. See you next time. Thank you for the Monty Python. Appreciate you stopping by. I hope you have a good day or good afternoon or good evening. A good whatever have you. Night trains are breathtaking. The moon. The phase of the moon. I figure that's going to give us an idea of how far we are into the game as well, along with the calendar. Alright. Maybe something interesting will happen on the new moon. Continue playing. Sure. We'll try to get another day in here. I might need to switch the game speed from this hyper relaxed to normal. Have it set to relaxed, so we can try and get like the maximum amount of stuff in.
僕、クジラの化石を見つけたんだ。どうやって陸に上がってきたんだろう。
確かに不思議だな。
足があったのかな。それとも飛べたのかな。
Maybe it had a cape.
じゃあご飯を食べましょう。今朝はサワラの照り焼きとマカロニサラダがおかずです。
では、いただきます。
I don't like fish. That's always the trouble when we go to Japan. I'm not a big fish guy. I try. I mean, I figure if anyone's going to do fish right, it'd be them. I just don't like it. Well, this is different. What we got going on here? Oh, that's Lucky. Lucky finally showed up. He's also the accountant, yeah. Maybe he's who we give the money to. Yeah, the cameraman's sitting at the head of the table, man. She doesn't eat. There's a third floor? How have I missed the third? Wait. Alright, let's go do the morning exercises first. There's a third floor? How have I missed the third floor? Explains why I couldn't find those dudes at certain point in times. But like I said, I'm going to switch the time from the relaxed to standard. right? And then this is calendar days are aligned. Yep, it is the August the 12th in the game. It's August the 12th in real life. I'm happy. Let's go do our exercises. And I got to drown this out real quick, so... Copyright strikes are available if you let this song play for some reason. There you go. I could probably try to go over and mute it real quick, but I can't. I literally can't fucking be bothered. Alright, sunken ship was one thing we wanted to check out. I want to see this third floor. Like, how do I get to the third floor? Like, what rooms are there? Okay, I think that's right. That's our Carl Sagan poster. We've seen that before. All right, so first floor, obviously. Second floor. I mean, there's stairs here, but this just goes up to an alcove. No, don't get no. It just goes to. Yeah, there's. Oh, these bunk beds. Oh, okay. I'm thinking there's like a whole ass floor up here. Alright. So I know there were the futons and stuff, but if you keep walking towards the camera, there's another set of beds. Presumably that's where the dudes are. Alright. I don't think anything we got from the fortunes is overly useful outside of let's head towards the sunken ship, which is over here. So, let's go for it. And if we see an extra bug that we don't have, groovy. That'd be our 100th bug, giving us a little bit more energy. I don't think we have enough energy to climb the lighthouse. I don't... Like, dude, I have no idea what that would be. I'm honestly wondering if there isn't, like a climbing technique. Or even techniques, plural, that, like, we have to wind up learning. Because otherwise, I don't know how we get... up the wall of the castle. There's that kind of like the overhang, right? Like the eaves. Is this the eaves? It's called an eaves? Like, I don't know how you get up and over that. Like, we have trouble getting over like little windowsills. Ooh, 100th bug. 100th bug. Wheel bandwing. Great. Dun, 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 dun. Get an extra sticker. So that's our second row of stickers, right? Or am I miscounting? Nope. Catch 25 more bugs. Hell, at the rate we're going. Be a day. Catch like a bug a minute over here. These bottles. There is DLC. I know I've mentioned that at one point in time. There is DLC for this game. I don't know that they've formally advised that it's going to be in English or not. Orange oak leaf. That's a pretty butterfly. I don't know if they've actually formally acknowledged if it's going to be in English or not. I do wonder. I guess it depends on, like... I don't know how they tell... Well, they can tell by region how well it's sold, if it's worth their effort. I don't know. In the kind of the modern era, I wonder what video game localization actually runs. So yeah, I know we would all agree that, like, I think most people would agree, like, you don't want AI taking over all creative endeavors. That's going to be awful. Like, I can't remember who I saw that said it, but someone said it was, you know, I thought it was very clever. It was something to the effect of, you know, I want AI to take over doing dishes and laundry so I can write music and store and draw pictures. I don't want it to draw pictures and write music so I have more time to do dishes and laundry. Like that type of shit, right? Like that's like, yeah, that's prescient, right? Like, so having AI take over creative endeavors is kind of bullshit because there's only a handful of things in the human existence, right, that that accomplishes that feeling. Like, God forbid we fucking take that away from ourselves. But I think that it can expedite. There are certain tasks, even in creative endeavors, that are sort of, I don't know, like how I want to phrase it. Like we'll call it bullshit. time consuming or redundant, or we're gonna die in here, aren't we? Inside of this build, we're gonna die in here. How do we get? Okay. There's the trappings of work and all things that that a little bit of automation goes a long way. Even if it's just like using Photoshop to batch process images. Just fuck it, get over that. So I don't know how much large language models have helped with oh. Wow. This is a Tengu thing, isn't it? Mino's cape of hiding. What does that mean? It's too hot for... Okay, so they're not going to let me wear it, is what I'm hearing. Alright, so that's our second. So we have the Tengu Geita, the sandals, and now we got the cape. Cool. But yeah, I don't know if like AI helps make it easier, so to the point where it's a comparatively trivial process to translate a game like this, right? Because it's all kind of scripted dialogue. Language-wise, it's not overly complicated. It's relatively simple, and in a good way. I'm not not anything negative. Grab a fish. Grab a chub. Keep a chub. All of the chubs. How many chubs is that for us these days? Been a while since I've checked out my chub count. 5 chubs. Ooh, if you catch 5 before dinner, your compressor will be cooked. 5 o'clock. Oh, you gotta catch 5 in a day. Because now I'm saying I got 2 of 5, so you gotta catch 5 at it. Okay, like so it doesn't. Even though they're in your tank, I guess they. The implication is they die. Get me one more chub then. Where's the guy got to go to get a chub? That's what I want to know. Answer is not swim past it. It's like swim slower. Is that what I'm doing wrong? Japanese sea bass. Just out here swimming by this sinking ship. It's like basically tetanus to the game. Any other shadows? Ooh, we don't want to there. So some of them seem like I can't get to no matter what. I'm wondering if those are the more complicated fish, higher level fish, jack mackerel. Because it did say something like, hey, some of the deeper ones you can't catch with your hands, so maybe those are deeper? And you have to sit there and use your rod and bait. Can't go any further. We'll put a little barrier line then there, why don't you? Make it easy for us. Alright. My video game bonus telling me there's stuff behind a waterfall. Right? Always a high likelihood of that. Video game designers love hiding shit behind waterfalls. It's their favorite thing to do. Oh, look at this. But there's not much behind her. There's a little bit behind her here, but not a ton. It's almost like it looks like it's filled in. Like maybe they started doing it. No, that's hacky. We're not going to put stuff behind the waterfall. Someone started to do it and then backed off. Sidetrack. But yeah, the DLC, I'll have to check that out. But I think right now it's not in English. So. This game is not overly complicated if you don't speak Japanese. But there's certainly been more than one occasion where it's like, I don't know that I would have followed what those instructions were telling me if it was in Japanese. Right? Like, I don't know if I would have had quite the clarity of vision of what I had to do. Alright, so... So we need one more chub. Let's see if we can find one more here. Yeah, they were saying there was supposed to be a little bit more going on out here, but I'm just not seeing it. What was the actual word she said? Could it be something? Ba-dam! Akotezu, good morning. Thank you for stopping by. I guess it was, how's life? Life is good. Train of thought shot. I guess it was the cape we got, and that's it. Which I guess is something valuable. It's a treasure. Life is good, Akotezu. How's by you? What's new and exciting in your world? Japanese jack mackerel. Want it to be a chub, ideally. If we can get a chub, it would be great. Jack mackerel. How about chub? Chub? Japanese jack mackerel. It's all jack mackerels. Where are the chubs? It's my day off. Woke up. Kind of want to sleep more. Dude, I get it. Especially if it's your day off. One of the best things you can do to yourself, if you can, like, if you can handle it, like from a scheduling perspective, right? I know it doesn't always work for everyone. Is to get some extra sleep. Get a nap. Chub? Is that 5? Hold on. We'll get back to my advice. Once I verify I got 5 of this fish. That's 5, right? Yes, sweet. We gotta go get those cooked. Sleep deficit, right? So you have what is it called? Like short-term recovery sleep. There's a term for it. I don't remember exactly what it is, but getting naps in when you can actually is pretty good for you. If you can't get a decent night's sleep normally. Ideally, what you do is get, like, you know, a good, wholesome amount of sleep every night. That is ideal. But if you do get a day off and you do have some time, you're like, I'm kind of tired, you should never prevent yourself from getting that sleep, right? Just go ahead. You don't want to sleep too deeply because it can mess up your circadian rhythms, right? You don't want to, you don't want to sleep for, like, 3 hours in the middle of the afternoon. That can really screw you up. But, like, I've heard anywhere from 45 minutes to 90 minutes is the max you should do. But one of the best things you can do for yourself, if you get time off and you can pull it off, like you're not so busy with, the trappings of life and society, dude, cop yourself a decent nap. Lovely green environment. Isn't it just? This game is very calming. It's ironic that the 2 games I'm streaming right now are this and The Binding of Isaac, which is just basically a fucking wood chipper of despair. It completely frays. It's fun though. It's fun, but it's just like it's dark and it's aggressive and it's relentless. It's not very fair. Well, it's capricious at least. It's certainly kind of brutal. And then this, which is just sort of like idyllic and easy and just sort of skipping through life. Have you played the SNES Dragon Quest games or like old style Dragon Quest? I have. It's been a gamer of advanced age such as myself. I've probably played most things. Now, the trick of it is when did I play it? The answer is like 30 years ago. So how well do I remember it? The answer is not very well. But no, I absolutely have played it before. All right, so she is where? So I want to talk to her so she'll cook us our fish that we caught. I have often said I wanted to get back into Dragon Quest. When we do go to Japan, oh, here she is. It's a fairly big to huge deal. Dragon Quest is over there. In any case, we're having a festival, a pre-festival on the 14th, and the main festival is on the 15th. The trip will be ready in time. Well, Lucky just showed up. All right, so we're creeping it up on the
ラッキーさんは人の名前だよ。ピエロとかサーカス団の会計なんかが得意なんだ。
We'll get back to Dragon Quest in a second.
あと来てないのは誰？
Tobiyama-san.
山さんが来たら演出ができるからいいんだけどな。パパさんは団長だけどいなくても公演はできるんだ。
教え子たちが優秀なのね。
多分そう。姫様は僕のお母さんなんだけど何でもできるんだ。でもいなくても公演。
教え子たちが優秀なのね。
多分
飛山さんはいなく。
演出はいなくてもなんとかなりそうだけど。
We'll direct it ourselves. Alright, so get her to cook you your fish.
なるほど。だからこの
おかずになる魚。
Yes, finally. Chubs.
ではマサバ5匹以上確かに受け取りました。腕が鳴るな。
Alright, so side note, sorry, got distracted. But Dragon Quest is a very big deal in Japan to this day. I think they renovated it or changed it within the past, we'll say 4 or 5 years. But if you went to like the Akihabara Lawsons, it was like all Dragon Quest inside and out. Like every part of it was Dragon Quest. And you will constantly see the little slime character. It's everywhere and on everything. Like there was always going to be like a Dragon Quest cafe or a Dragon Quest this or a Dragon Quest that. It's such a cultural phenomenon over there that like every so often I tell myself, all right, I'm going to get back into. I should get caught up. I should familiarize myself with the Dragon Quest and the Dragon Quest lore, right? So yeah, just like real life, we can hold ourselves to it. It'll be fine. Yep. But yeah, I every time a new Dragon Quest comes out, I'm like, ugh. The most Dragon Quest I've ever played is on the DS was Rocket Slime Adventures. I played the shit out of that. And side note, I thought that was a tremendous game. Those were one of the games where like I would play it way later at night than I probably should have. Like, you know, speaking of sleep deficit, I probably shouldn't have stayed up so late playing Dragon Quest Rocket Slime Adventures. But then I would also like wake up immediately and like bleary-eyed just start playing it all over again. It had its hooks in me to such an extent. And I don't know, like I haven't. There hasn't been any other Rocket Slime that, or any other Dragon Quest game that quite impacted me that much. So I know that I know the games can be good, and then I just I think I'd like to know more about it from like a cultural aspect, and I don't know if like the solution to that is, all right, go play the SNES games, right, or go back to the NES games, or I don't know if it's going to be like, well, just watch. I'm sure there's a Dragon Quest anime somewhere, right? There has to be. There's no way there isn't. But yeah, Eiko, I hope that you do, like, on your day off, do if you can, like, and you need someone to encourage you to do it, set a timer, 30 minutes, carve out some time for yourself, right? And again, everyone has their own things as far as, like, kids and family are concerned, but if you can do it, dude, when you're tired, your body's telling you something. Just go ahead and sleep. In the Western world, I think we spend too much time beating ourselves up over, like, being productive. Same way, if you were hungry or you were thirsty, you would just let yourself eat. If you're tired, let yourself sleep. And if it becomes a habitual thing, the same way if you were thirsty all the time, right, or you were hungry all the time, then you gotta talk to a doctor. But in between, take the context clues your body's giving you. And hopefully you have a restful day off. I'll be hopping into work here after we finish this day in the game. So, if that's going to be your impetus to do it, then I encourage you to do so. I don't know if I want to spread the honey. I know we got a jar of honey, but I don't know that we need it yet. I'm definitely not buying the 2.5 HD remix. The remake. Not only are they putting Type A and Type E, which... Oh! They have changed some sprite work and monsters with big lips because of racist fuel. Yeah. Things get... Let's see, hold on. I don't talk over story here.
というわけで2日後の14日お祭りの前夜祭が公演初日。すごいすごい。
じゃあご飯を食べましょう。
かき。
今夜は名物の白エビかき揚げ。
白エビかき揚げ。エッグスープon the side。
あとサトルくんが釣ってきたスペシャルメニューもどうぞ。
Chub. Mackerel bozushi.
では皆さん。
Nice.
いただきます。
Excluding DLC. Yeah, dude, fried shrimp is dope. Alright. Enjoy some fish cuisine. Hop in the bath. Let's go bathe the strangers. Oh, by ourselves. How unorthodox. Yeah, like I said, that a couple streams ago, go into like Japanese bath it's highly relaxing. The ritual aspect of it is really something, and it does actually make you extremely. I don't want to use the term present, but I guess that's maybe it. Like you're very, very sort of focused on the moment, right? Of just like, you know, and it's a very relaxing state. I don't know enough about like the brainwave states, but I wouldn't be surprised if not going through that did something where like, you know, was, you know, in a theta brainwave state or something. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I think that there's definitely something to it. All right, let's see what time we got on our clock. We only got a couple hours left in the game, which means we probably only have about 10 minutes left in the game. So we could try to run to the store. I think they're closed. Maybe tomorrow in game time we'll run to the fireworks. Or check out fireworks, which is something like at the toy shop. See what Junko's getting into. Oh, so they were telling us we should look for her book. Read her poems. Got it. And we maybe need to go talk to the apiary dude, right? Because we got a couple different honeybees. Alright, he's gonna say the same thing each time. Alright. I don't think there's anything else we have to do here at night. So I don't know, maybe we'll just start to wrap up. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll head back to the house and then we'll do end of day wrap up, IRL wrap up type stuff. Check our fortune and then pull the plug. At least until we come up with something else we got to do at night. We already lit all the lanterns. Not that we have to do that. They're not going to let us get too far from the house. So, all right, let's check our fortune. I'm guessing Lucky, I'm assuming, with Lucky being the accountant, he's probably the one we're going to want to give all this money that we've hoarded to. Lovechan's not here. Where's she at? We all upstairs here hanging out or something? Oh, okay. Well, maybe we're not even going to have our fortunes read. Oh, they're in the tent. Will she read us our fortune in the tent? And if the answer is no, then we'll get it read in the morning. All right, everyone's in here practicing. Interesting. It's certainly moving along.
なぜかあれからスマトラタイガー
Her Sumatran tigers, because she was supposed to move those Sumatra.
自分でも入らないってことはなんで私は
All right, so she's not going to read us our fortune tonight. So here, we'll head on up. Poke our head in our diary. Did you sell some fish for money too? I don't. Sorry, Akko, I missed that. I don't know that you can sell the fish for money. At least, I don't think you have. I don't think I've been able to, or like, it doesn't seem like it. Money's not a problem for us right now. We've had more money than we need to deal with. I got diamonds and stuff to still sell as well. Those neat things with invisible paint. Oh yes, the invisible paint ones. Yeah. Those are actually super cool. All right, right in our diary. Yep, fill it in. What do we get in today? Lucky Sun came to town, jam packed. We're excited. And then that's it. Caught and cooked fish. That was a lot of effort. We didn't catch as many bugs today. Mackerel bozushi. More fish. All right, we'll let it do this thing. Yes. So relatively. All right. So Lucky Sun came by. So we're starting to advance the plot. They've given us an idea of when the in-game festival is going to be, which is the 14th. So by a real calendar, that would be this Wednesday from today. Well, maybe tomorrow. Depends on how fast we get through these days. It seems like it's a little bit, like an hour and a bit per day, or half an hour if we go at the normal speed. So we'll have to gauge that. Maybe I'll just go through it one day at a time and then stay on top of the Binding of Isaac daily challenges. That might be a good idea. But yeah, I remain enjoying this game. I don't know, like I said, I don't know how like super strongly I would recommend to everyone, but I have been enjoying it. I found it to be, I've certainly found it to be a good time, and I found it to be an interesting experience, right? So let's start to wrap up. We have 2 viewers, so I don't know if we'll bother doing a raid. It might not necessarily be worth it, but let's go in no particular order. Let's thank everyone. Raisinbori Calaflor and Yilty Basto, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that so much. Hopefully you guys stop by. Don't be afraid to chat. Make sure you're doing the notifications so you know that I'm streaming. Actually, we have 3 viewers. We'll raid with 3 viewers. That seems like it's fair. The real Monty Python, thank you for stopping by and chatting. I appreciate you spending your time here, and thank you for your lovely riddles. Hope's Fate, thank you for stopping by with Paperweight on the raid. Good to see you as well. Paperweight, thank you as always for the raid. Really appreciate you stopping by. I'm sorry that your daily didn't go as well as you had hoped, but it does sound like you did make some decent progress on the practice run. Super Ultra Mega Pokemon E, thank you so much very much for coming in as well. And Tazu, thank you for stopping by and chatting with me as well. I greatly appreciate you swinging by. To everyone else who's watching, I'd like to thank you for watching. You could have done anything. You could have watched something else entirely. You could have played video games yourself. You could have watched someone play video games. Like I said, or you could watch a movie. So you could have watched the Yojimbo films, right? All these great samurai films from the 60s and 70s. Blind Masoor, who's kind of goes town to town. Fantastic. Shintaro Katsu, a wonderful, wonderful samurai films. Get them on the Criterion. They're beautiful. Nice box set. Little book like that. Can't beat it. It's not all that expensive. That goes on sale all the time. Good samurai films. They get better. First 1 or 2 are a little slow, but they really do pick up. But you didn't do that. You watched me play video games instead. I might not understand it. It might never fully make sense to me, but you still did it, and I appreciate you spending the time with me today. If you weren't watching me, I'd like to thank you for not watching me as well. That means as much as the other, because I greatly appreciate when people leave me the fuck alone. We'll go ahead and we'll raid someone. We'll do Binding of Isaac. I think a lot of people here are Binding of Isaac people. So we'll slide over, find someone who speaks English, someone who's playing the Binding of Isaac. Possibly. French, English, French. English. Shade skip. No backseating unless asked. No spoilers. That doesn't sound like us. Jade. ADHD, random English, Filipino gamer, May Powell, no. Come chat with me. Let's hang. By any ways, like MGS, who's next? 0 viewers. That sounds like that's where we would want to go. So raid is starting up for the VOD. I hope everyone has a good day. Thank you for stopping by. Peace out and deuces. We'll see you.